This is the plaintiff, Richard Rivera. He says he's been friends with the defendant since he was 4 years old, and the guy's like a brother to him. It's very hard for him to be suing him here today, but the guy crashed his motorcycle and won't pay for it to be repaired. The defendant needs to grow up, take responsibility for his actions, and also needs to pony up the $4,000 he's owed. This is the defendant, Alex Ayala. He says he admits the plaintiff's bike tipped over, but his one-time buddy is suing him for $4,000. The guy's turned a little scratch into an excuse to sue him for an entirely new bike. What kind of friend does that? A friend no more, that's who. He's accused of busting up a bike. The defendant has filed a countersuit for $579.97 for missing property.
All parties, please raise your right hand. You seated? Come to order, please. Let it get 10 minutes sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas. Richard Rivera, you are suing your former good friend, I guess, Alex Ayala, for $4,000. You say your damages actually exceed that and are almost $7,000, but you want to cut him a break. Because according to you, he crashed your motorcycle. You have a counterclaim against him for a motorcycle camera that he's holding hostage. All right, what's going on?
Your Honor, I want to start by saying how the case ended up starting was that the defendant, Alex, came to me and asked if he could ride the bike. We spent some time together.
By the way, when you say bike, you're talking about a motorcycle.
Motorcycle, yeah.
Right, okay.
He hasn't rode a bike in a while, so he asked me if he could ride it to his house. I asked him, do you take responsibility? He's like, yeah, sure, no problem.
That actually happened? You said, do you take responsibility?
I always tell everybody,
I kind of don't imagine. Okay, he has responsibility. It doesn't matter whether he says it or not, but I never find that, like, really, people don't talk that way.
Yeah,
bro, go ahead, all right. That's how it happens.
I've actually loaned him plenty of stuff before. He done the same for me, and we always help each other out. So
you guys go way back, right?
Yeah, we go back.
How way back?
18 years.
Okay, so go on.
And after I told him that he could take the bike, sure, I took a ride with his friends and family.
In a car?
In his car.
Okay.
By the time we got to his house,
which was how far away?
Approximately about like 15 minutes.
Okay.
When I got to his house, we all went inside. I saw the bike parked, but I didn't see it from the other side of the angle. I saw it from the left side of the bike. We went inside. We stood there for a while. I decided to leave early. I was tired. I got on my bike. When I went to park it in the lot, I noticed it was damaged on the right side of the bike.
What damage?
It was the fairing, the handle, the levers, the exhaust, the tank. I quickly called him up. He didn't answer. I continued calling him. He wasn't answering. I messaged him on Facebook. He answered me, I guess, like 2 days after. This happened in July, mid-July. But after he
he answered you 2 days later saying what?
That he did fall off the bike, and he admitted to me. He told me.
Wait, why didn't he tell you at the house?
He said, and he also actually wrote it, that he guessed he was too nervous. He thought I was going to actually.
According to you, you talked to him at the house?
Yes. Yeah, I noticed when I spoke to him in the house, I noticed he was bruised up, but I didn't think it was from the bike.
Oh, no, he has your bike and he's all bruised up, and you don't think that it's from. And wait, rocket scientist, look at me. Was he bruised up at the beach?
No.
And then was he bruised up at the house?
I guess he probably fell
and then
like in the house or something.
But you just figured he was walking and he doesn't walk much, so he tripped?
Well, he was drinking at the house, so I figured he must have tripped or something.
Let me see the Facebook post or whatever you said he.
Bless you. Bless you.
That means it's going to be a long winter.
Yeah. Like a groundhog. Listen, I didn't crash a bike. You remember what happened to me with the scooter? I drop it because the sand well, I was waiting for a mecanico. When I seen him, I started to go, but I could reach the floor. I think he meant couldn't reach the floor. So I leaned it to the side, didn't go no faster than 2 miles per hour. I was going OD slow. Don't worry,
That
I
means
got
really
you.
slow.
What?
That OD means really slow, like exaggerating slow.
And I tried telling you, but remember when I called you to the bathroom, but it looked like you was in a rush to leave, that when I told you the keys is in the keychain thing. How's that you telling him, hey man, I'm really sorry. I mean, how do you figure that that's what you just testified to under oath in front of me?
Basically, everything is true what he said.
Can you answer my question?
Okay.
I know it's uncomfortable, but that's my question.
Okay.
What's your answer?
I don't have no...
Right. I mean, who am I going to believe? You were my lion eyes? I mean, he told you, he said before you said, oh yeah, I told him, you heard him say that he had your Facebook, but you wrote this, but how old are you?
32.
Okay, so you understand that when you write stuff, it doesn't go away, right? Like
Yes.
somebody's taught you that, right? Like you
Yes.
know that, so why would you lie to me and tell me you told him? It's clear you didn't tell him. So in any event, you then, do you ever go get an estimate for the damages?
Yes, I did, Your Honor.
But why you give me such a bloated estimate? You know, he says, oh, that's your friend at the shop. And I gotta tell you, it looks like it's on steroids because your bike isn't worth the amount that you claim is in damages for just the car, because it's not even a bike crash. It's not a motorcycle crash. It's he leans it over because he's too little
I'm too
for the
small,
bike. Right, then don't take it, you know, and don't give it to him. You know, but, so how could it possibly be $7,000 worth of damage?
A car is worth more than a motorcycle, but when it comes to parts, a motorcycle
I'm talking
are more
about the public
expensive.
value of your
All right,
motorcycle.
the value when it comes down to it, it's, I have here the actual written.
Is the guy at the motorcycle shop a friend of yours?
No, this is actually a dealership.
What makes you think that's a friend of his?
Well, he's saying that's
Do you
not...
hear do you hear with me when I talk?
Yes.
Okay. You're not just waiting for me to stop talking for you to talk, right? Why do you say in your answer to the complaint that the guy who gave him the estimate is a friend of his? Do you know that for a fact or are you guessing it?
No, I know that for a fact.
How do you know that for a fact?
Because he done it for me.
Who did what for you?
He makes falsified paperwork.
Who does?
A person that he knows.
This same person?
I don't know if it's the same person. I don't know.
Explain yourself.
Basically, he tells somebody, oh, make me a fake receipt. You understand?
Okay. Who did it for you?
The same person who did it for him.
How do you know it's the same person?
I'm not sure if it was him or not.
Then why do you say it's the same person?
I'm just assuming.
When did you have a need for a falsified receipt?
No comment on that.
No, you have to have a comment. You have to have a comment. I'm asking you and you're under oath. You have to answer.
I don't remember what I used it for.
Yeah, you do. What was it you needed it for?
I don't remember.
Did you make an insurance claim?
No.
Then what was it?
I don't remember.
Yeah, you do. This is affecting your credibility in my courtroom.
Oh.
So why don't you just tell me? Because you already said that you falsified.
To be honest, I don't remember.
No, that's not being honest. You know that's not honest. You know you're a big fat liar right now. What was it you needed a falsified receipt for?
I don't remember, to be honest.
What did he need a falsified receipt for?
I don't recall
remember
any of that ever happening, to be honest.
No, why don't both of you be honest?
No, I'm being...
How's that? Why don't you try that on for size?
I don't know. I know someone who works with Photoshop. Maybe that's what he's trying to tell me or tell you. But honestly...
That what, that Photoshop exists? I don't think that's what he's trying to tell me.
No. I'm saying when it comes to like
Was there ever a discussion between the two of you on any text or Facebook page about how much the damages would cost before today?
I mean, I have a evidence that he sent me part numbers to order for him.
Right.
So I could buy it.
Right.
I got it right here.
And how much does that total to?
Less than $1,000.
Okay, and what was your response to that?
I needed the camera. Because he has a camera of mine.
What camera of yours does he have?
A GoPro Hero 3.
What is that?
That's for the motorcycle. You put it in your helmet and you record when you're riding.
Okay, do you have it here?
Yes, I do.
Is there any other part to it besides that?
No, that's it. The one piece that I don't have for the camera is the memory card, which I take responsibility for that.
The what?
The memory card, the SIM card, I think, the memory card. The SD card, I'm sorry.
Why don't you have the SD card?
Because I used it to take out the pictures for my laptop, but I don't remember where I
According to
put
you,
it.
he used it for something else, didn't he?
Yes.
What did he use it for?
For pornographic use.
What do you mean?
Well, basically, he asked me to borrow the camera because he has a girlfriend that he wanted to record sexually in the camera. So since it's so little, he could hide it anywhere. So
And that was okay with you?
I didn't know what he was gonna do with the camera until
No,
I
you
seen
did.
it.
No, let me explain something to you.
I didn't know what he was gonna do with the camera until I seen
he
it.
said what he was going to do with the camera. He said he was going to unknowingly tape a girl having sex with him. Do you have a sister?
Yes.
Do you have a daughter?
Yes.
I don't think it's funny.
I'm not laughing.
Well, you were. You thought it was funny. She thought. Who are they?
My witnesses.
They think it's funny. Everybody thinks it's funny. I don't think it's funny. I think it's a felony. And I don't think it's funny. And you were just as complicit in it as he was, if that's what you loaned it to him for.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin here. So the question, you've known him since 4, he wrecks your motorcycle and won't pay. Would you sue him?
No.
Why?
Human relationships are too important.
He's not important enough to him. He stiffed you.
Yeah, but
You're thinking about it. What do you think?
I don't know. It's tough.
He's disrespecting you by not paying, right?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I would try every other option before I sued him.
Would you sue him? Oh, she's saying yes. Okay, what do you think?
no, I wouldn't.
Really?
Family is more important.
It's not family, he's just a friend.
Oh, almost like family.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you've got sucker written on you going inside the courtroom.
Show me the text where he gives you a list of parts.
I also have a
Do you
state.
have pictures of the damage?
Yes, I do.
May I see them? Again, I ask you, how can there be $7,000 worth of damage by a
Exactly.
bike leaning on its side?
Also, that's what he tells me that he laid it down. On top of that, from the pictures you can see, there's scrape lines. There's only one possible way you could get those scrape lines, by doing minimum 25 to 30 miles an hour.
Well, when did you become an expert in this?
I've fallen from bikes before, and I know what's the difference between leaning a bike and actually falling while in movement. The reason also the damage that's came up so high up is also because it has high performance street parts, as in it don't have the stock parts. I have also another bike that was actually posted on Craigslist. This is a complete stock bike, same as mine's. The only difference is that I have the high performance parts, this one doesn't, and the guy's asking $9,000 for it. So, you know, bikes are expensive. Like,
Yeah, bikes are expensive. That's why you
Just
shouldn't
for-
loan them to somebody who's too small to ride your big bike.
he never let me down before, Your Honor. He always been responsible for everything. I've always looked out for him.
One of the
and-
reasons that you say I'm not, why do you feel like it's wrong of him to want you to pay? Because you've paid zero. Why do you feel like it's wrong for him
Because
to?
prior to that, like 3 weeks before he crashed the bike, he had crashed that bike. So for me, I'm thinking he's kind of suing for what I did to the bike and what he did to the bike.
Did you crash a bike 3 weeks before
Your
that?
Honor, I fell from the bike on the left side, but it clearly states on the estimate it's all right side parts.
I think your estimate is still inflated. And you know what happens when you do that to me? You leave me to my own resources to figure out what I think is fair. And you may not like that. No.
I'm pretty sure I won't.
No, you're right. So instead of being greedy pig,
It's not about
maybe
being
what you
greedy.
should do is have a few estimates, not just one that says that your repairs are more than your bike is worth, but actually, you know,
My
like a
bike is-
legitimate estimate.
My bike is worth way more than that. I even paid more than that. Plus, for the parts that I ended up buying out of my own pocket to put it on that he damaged.
Okay. Here is the camera that the two of you used to tape unsuspecting women, which what I'd like to do is this.
That's not true, Your Honor.
Yeah, okay, just give it to him. Who was he? Was it his girlfriend? Did he send it to you? I can't
How
hear
did he
you.
ended up getting it?
He
That's
brought
what
it
I
to the
wanna know.
house
Like,
with a SIM card and he put it into
must
the
be-
computer.
Stop talking. And what?
He brought
so
the
that you
camera.
could see it? And
Yeah.
was that his girlfriend or another
So
girl?
you can see
No,
it.
not
Was-
his girlfriend. There's a regular girl he dated.
Wait, oh, right, but he wasn't cheating on him. Like, it wasn't like he's...
No.
Right, okay. Oh, wow. Okay.
At least I'm not 32 and living with my mother.
I don't,
Okay, you know what? You guys can do that on your own time, which apparently you have a lot of, but not on my time. All right? I'm going to find in favor of the plaintiff in this case, not in the amount that he's suing for, but in the amount that I deem to be a little what, Douglas?
We're going to do a little rough justice, Your Honor.
That's right. On the counterclaim zero, because you now have your piece back, except for, actually, on the counterclaim $100 because of the SIM card. And on his claim against you, I am going to find in his favor in the amount of $1,750. Minus the $100 is $1,650. Verdict for the plaintiff. That's my judgment.
Hold on, please.
All right, so come on out here and tell me what's the state of affairs now after this verdict?
I guess we can remain friends after this.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You guys are going to go out tonight?
No, not at all.
No?
No,
Well, you've been friends for how long?
like 20 years.
So how did it wind up like this? How did two friends wind up in court?
Him being greedy. Like you said, you know what the judge said. He's being greedy. $7,000. That's a new bike.
Yeah. Okay. All right, you just head right down this way. Let's see what the plaintiff has to say about this. All right, you sued for a lot more than you got, and you come out with something.
I mean, I'm gonna try to do my best to cover up the damages with what I got, but honestly, I hope to salvage some type of relationship because I still love him as a brother.
Yeah, you guys have been together since you were little kids, right?
Yeah.
I mean, so this is just a little bump in the road for the two of you?
I hope we could get along, get past this, and move on.
Of course. He wants to borrow your bike next time. You say what?
That's not gonna happen.
Really?
Definitely not.
Okay. Harvey?
Well, look, the plaintiff won this case, but I got to tell you, he was on the ropes because once you start phonying evidence, your credibility generally gets impaired.